Hey everyone, it's Bodega Profeta and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's episode is going to be about living in an imaginary world. Yeah, like children do. I think as adults we have to start to learn that we need to live in an imaginary world as well because it's our world. The outside is just the outside and the inside is our perception. You know, So, living in an imaginary world. I remember as a kid, all the made up information in my own head. I would make up. Some kids had imaginary friends. I would be creating different universes, different versions of myself. I don't particularly remember speaking to imaginary friends, or people like to say children can see spirits. All depends. Maybe some have the ability to. I don't think I did. At least I don't remember. But I did have, and I still do have a really vivid imagination. I remember even as a teenager in high school, I would like pretend I was performing for people, dancing, singing, playing fake guitar because I didn't know how to play, but I had one. I was pretending to be like John Mayer, and then I would pretend to like fall in love with this dream girl that I would envision in my head. I was super romantic. I never had the balls to pursue any really romantic relationship in high school. But I imagine it and envision it vividly? Yeah. So as a freshman in college, I kind of went into a serious relationship right after graduating high school. That was like for 4 years. So I do feel like I manifested that relationship while I was in high school, daydreaming about this dream girl or whatever. All manifestations are cause of thought. What we think, we create. Our original intent premeditates the entire outcome. This is where it gets a little dangerous, per se. A lot of people live with fear and anxiety. So most of the things that are new to them, it makes them scared. Not all people are willing to just jump and let go of all fears when going into new things, whether it's a new job or new relationship or new friendships. So they go in with this fearful mind and they end up making everything worse and they don't even know. It's hard. It is really hard because, when you're growing up, they tell you to become an adult, stop dreaming, live. This is the life. You gotta live the real world, and it's really the world we create. It's really the world that we want. I'm a strong believer of that. There's been plenty of situations where I've gotten into a relationship fearful of just because that person was a certain sign that, oh, they're going to leave me. And I premeditated that into the relationship and, they did leave me. So there's so many things that I'm learning the ropes to, I'm getting a hold of when it comes to imagination. So I wanted to read this message from the Bible in the book of Mark 11:23. Truly, I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, go throw yourself into the sea, and does not doubt in their heart, but believes that what they say will happen, it will be done for them. That is as simple as it gets in the Bible. But there's so many quotes from the Bible that are very similar to this. It's all about faith. And I repeat that almost in all my videos is about the faith that you have. If you have faith when you say something, if you have faith when you do something, if you have faith in someone and you believe in them, you got to believe in yourself too. You have to have faith. But there's so many things that can get into your head, like past traumas, past thoughts. So a little psalm that helps me get going when I'm feeling in distress or when I'm feeling down or whatever is a Psalm 143. I'll typically read the whole psalm, but for video purposes, I'm only gonna do line 8. So this is Psalm 143, line 8. Let the morning bring my word of your unfailing love, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I entrust my life. One more time. Let the morning bring my word of your unfailing love, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I entrust my life. Psalm 143, line 8. Just imagine the whole entire psalm. Very beautiful, very uplifting, and a great way to start your day, honestly. They say the first 20 minutes of your day and like the last 20 minutes before you go to sleep is the biggest time to live in this imaginary world. A lot of these self-help books speak about that, manifesting that feeling within you is going to manifest it into the reality for you. So I've been learning to kind of revert back to how I used to be as a teenager. Like I would just daydream all day. And I've been learning to go back to that. I have time right now to work on myself, so I'm doing that. And it gives me time to working on myself really means living in my imagination world. Am I still up like doing stuff obviously in the physical world? Yeah. You know, you have to release your emotions some way somehow. Writing, creating, fitness, cooking, eating, all of those things can help reduce stress and help you create a comfortable environment where you're just daydreaming, imagining. Like, is it so bad? Like, no. And that's the thing. They don't want us to know these things because honestly, we're going to start walking around like Harry Potter and stuff out here. And it's going to be like, whoa, it's a shocker. But we were created in the light of God, in the eyes of God, in the parts of God for a reason. There's so many challenges we have to overcome, but we can do it. Guys, use your imagination. I know it's easier said than done. Although the circumstances in our life are always changing or stay the same, it can create discomfort. I've been in situations in my life where I've been in a loophole, and for me, I'm not a loophole person. I need constant change. I need to change my environment or change my work, change like my clothes. I'm constantly changing. I'm constantly changing personalities. And when I get in a loop, I I can like break down and just go MIA. Right now, I'm in a MIA situation where, you know, I came home after a long time, and I've just really been focusing on cleansing my energy and staying alone. What you believe about yourself is so critical. You know, when we hold on to hurt, pain, it can spread, it's contagious. When your family is sad, you can feel it. Sometimes it can become overwhelming. Our trauma can make us so vulnerable to negative outcomes, perceptions, and make us fearful of the future. So, a lot of the reasons why I kind of went MIA this past week or so is because I feel a heavy presence of my family's hurt in them. We've experienced a very traumatic past couple of years, and as an entire family, and you know, empaths, and I feel like there's a lot of us in our family that are empaths. I know everybody's birth chart in my family, and we feel when one another is sad. So how do I control that? Like how do I might be having a great day, and out the blue, I'm getting emotional and I want to cry because I feel that someone I love is like that. How do you stay happy in an happy environment when that happens? So I learned to separate these outer emotions with my own inner emotions. How do I do that? creating minimal contact with others, creating more contact with myself and my inner self than with outside influences. I live in a house with my mom. I have to make contact with her. I can't ignore her. So when she's feeding me these negative emotions about her own personal situation or her own life, I I I stay quiet if it's like super negative. If it's something where I feel like maybe I can assist her in something, like I will say it, but I won't say it judging her. I won't say it, with like a negative intent. I do it with a positive intent. But, it's still minimal contact. I'm talking to her because I live with her and I have no choice but to talk to her. But if I lived on my own, I'd honestly just don't talk to anybody. I'll pick up the phone for my nephew. But anyone else, or I'm not in that right now. Because I do feel like I have a lot to work on, especially with my family trauma. I'm trying to learn how to, like I said, separate those outer emotions that are not my emotions, it's my family emotions, with my own. Yeah, whatever I went through is very traumatic. What we all went through is super traumatic, and, we're still going through some battles, but I'm separating myself from that. I'm not that. Even though I love them very hard with everything that I got, I am not that. I am myself. So, in order for me to attract better, I have to feel better about myself. Be easy on yourself. Tend to your own needs. Tend to your own cravings. Like, honestly, since I've been back home, I've been eating everything, all my favorite foods. I was somewhere where I couldn't really enjoy a, a big diversity that we have here in New York. So I'm grateful for that. And I've been indulging, taking care of myself. Um, you know, I'm still working out, still doing what I like to do, still reading, just more focus on myself. And like I said, I've been daydreaming more. And I feel like I will manifest everything that I've been daydreaming about the more I focus on it and I have my pure intentions. So, yeah, this episode, I really wanted to get into that. Believe what you say, what you do. And I can't stress this enough. Don't let fear overcome. And if you're about to do something big in your life, and you have that feeling of fear, if you feel fear, take a break, take a moment. Don't go forward. Go back, meditate, breathe, do a tarot reading, just to assure yourself and make yourself feel more comfortable with the situation. Like, your spirits are always going to guide you. So if you feel hesitant about a situation, if you've been having nightmares about a certain situation, do a tarot reading. Yes or no? Well, should I do this? What is the outcome if I do this? They're going to be there on just 100% of the way to guide you. Don't forget, you have your spiritual guides that are the light of God, and that will be there to help you, your angels. So don't forget, everybody got personal angels out here. What else I wanted to talk about? Yeah, pretty much imagination. Everybody remembers Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends. Living in that world, like, just live in that world of just creating your own future, believing in your own dreams, never stop dreaming. And you're about to be 30 years old and you're daydreaming about your future. That's great. I applaud you, because that's what I'll be doing. I'm going to be imagining my future for the rest of my life. I'm going to be creating it. That's how strong we are, guys. That is how strong we are. We are the creators of our own future. So we have to start living in the now. Stop living in the past. Live in the now. And on top of that, be grateful for what we have. You've been praying for this moment for so long. Don't forget to indulge in it. So what, you're alone. So what, you spend so much time alone. It's better to be with no company than in bad company. A lot of people are not trying to open up their minds, and they won't. You can sit here and have a conversation with them about this, and they're going to tell me I'm crazy, and that's fine, because applying their regular ethics has helped them in the real world, per se. But for me, my faith is what's been keeping me going. You know, I could be in a ditch right now, not really giving a F about life. And I'm not. I'm up. I'm active. I'm persistent. I'm a loving person to everyone that I love. You know, even though I'm a little MIA right now with my friends and my family, I adore them, and I think about them all the time, and I thank God for my family. And I don't want to let any other person influence how I feel about myself, and I won't. I used to be that, and I feel that as a Virgo, a lot of people, a lot of Virgos want to be liked by everyone. We have to feel the need to be liked by everyone, and I'm letting go of that thought. I don't need to be that person. And I don't need to be everyone to everybody either. You know, I'm going to be there for you when I'm there for myself, when I'm ready to be there for you. So that's where I'm at right now. And I definitely wanted to share that with you guys. I've been reading a lot of self-help books, rekindling a relationship with my mom that, you know, I hadn't had in a very long time, in years. So I'm focusing on that, and I'm very happy of where I am. And you know, imagination, guys, it can bring you anywhere in the world. It brought me to Hawaii, to Colombia, to different states. Like it's brought me to different places in the world, and in my next adventures will be coming from my imagination. All the times I've lived in my head, imagining traveling and doing all sorts of things in my life. So yeah, guys, you know, revert back to being a child, like in Peter Pan. If anyone's watched the movie, or the new one with Angelina Jolie, I saw the other day. I don't remember the name, but it's like a backstory about kind of like Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan, with their parents. And you know, basically the whole movie, the kids are fighting, like, do we grow up or do we stay kids? And at the end they learn that they have to stay kids. They have to stay dreaming, because that's the only way. That's literally the only way. Unless you want to lose yourself to the Matrix, go ahead. You know, you want to be all about the book, all about the numbers, whatever. But I'm a dreamer. I'm going to always be a dreamer. And I'm going to continue to spread awareness about your imagination and turning your dreams into reality. Okay, mi gente. So that concludes my episode on the imaginary world. Stay tuned for my next astrology episode. Leo is coming up. Leo season. So yeah, be ready, guys. Stay tuned. Check out my Instagram, TikTok for tarot readings. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. And you guys have a phenomenal day, phenomenal summer. And don't forget, stay a dreamer. All right? Take care, everybody.